Excellent.
Shut up, Busy. I'm a misogynist. You're not allowed to complain at me. Whatever, I'm about to smack you around, Busy. I'm a misogynist. You don't get it? That's right, mister. You better fear the misogynist, UNIRock. What'd you say, Busy? Well, you're the star of this intro flick that I've got playing. You must be the misogynist then. Hey guys. Hey guys. Well, we've got some special guests with us tonight. We've got Kyle, Curtis, and Navy. What's up, guys? How are you?
Oh, doing good.
Excellent, excellent. You know, there's a lot of weird things going on social media, y'all. You heard about anything crazy happening today? What have you guys seen going around? What have you guys been up to?
Navy? Well, I heard that somehow, Uni, that you're a misogynist.
I know, you guys were telling me about this before the stream started, and I was like laughing my ass off. Yeah, I don't think she knows that I didn't... hold on, let me go live here in Discord. Ah, that's excellent. I can literally share my whole screen with you guys so that you can see everything I'm doing. Yeah, I don't think that that the people over on the Haterade stream realize that that clip was actually said by Steve, not me. So I was responding to the clip. So they're calling Steve a misogynist and they don't even know it. How awesome is that?
That's very appropriate.
I'm so happy. So Kyle, how's it going? Dude, we talked last night with Katie on Periscope and had this really long discussion. It was so good. I uploaded a clip of what we were talking about, and I've only got the first clip up, and it's gotten like 1,000 views right away. Normally I get 1,000 views in like a day, and it just blew up. So yeah, man, people are loving it. How was it last night? What'd you think of Periscope?
I thought it was great. I enjoyed the conversation. It was good to talk to Katie and talk about the shit that was going on. I think what was it? It ended up being like almost 2 hour.
Oh yeah, it was at least. I think I streamed 3 hours. I think you guys were in there for a couple. It was long. It was pretty awesome.
So yeah, it was great. I'll have to do that more often for sure.
Yeah, in fact, if you're a viewer and you watch this replay, or you watch the you're here in the stream and you just said to yourself, now wait a minute, I don't know where your Periscope is. You can watch this video. Katie Joy sets the record straight. Though, a very interesting thing happened. A YouTuber had his friends go downvote the living hell out of it. They downvote bomb. I haven't even liked my own video. Look at that. That's how desperate I am for likes. I don't even like my own stuff. I'm not even subscribed to my own channel.
You could be a you could be a little bitch like somebody else we know and hide the thumbs up and thumbs down.
Yeah, I don't have to though, because they've tried to ratio me, but they couldn't succeed. They didn't succeed in ratioing me. They tried, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he's a coward for sure.
Well, Steve is, yeah. The big question today was, last night we talked about a dude named Beast something, BX or whatever. And the big question was, and for you guys, you know, you and Navy, I don't know if you heard about this whole crazy ordeal, but it is a huge conversation. And then we've got another conversation that we could get into tonight that I think everybody would appreciate if I share the stream, because I haven't even done that yet. I need to get the stream shared. I'm horrible. This conversation, Adria Lane, who is a viewer of mine, I've seen her here many times, and she's a member of the community. She put out an 8-page expose today, kind of detailing some stuff that happened. I don't know if we can talk about that after we talk about the BX boy thing, but yeah, if you guys want, I thought we could start there.
8 pages?
8. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh yeah, here, let me show you guys this. You guys got my screen. If you double click my name in the stream room, you'll see you can watch my screen if you want, but yeah, this is parts, this is the first 4 pages, so they're all like, it's literally an essay. Like, if you look at it, it is a, like, college-length, college rule essay. I guess there's 7 pages. 7 or 6. So, yeah, they're huge, though. They're full of information. It's psycho.
What is this about?
Okay, so Adria says that how she got involved with a group that hated Katie Joy and trolled her. And then, do you regret how you treated Katie? Did things change with Katie because of Joe? What would you like people to know about the group? In your opinion, when did things go south with Joe? It's got a lot to do with Joe. And before we get started, I just want to say this is not an attack on Joe. And as long as Joe is attempting to, try at least, I'm not telling you to hate her. I'm not telling you to love her. I'm just telling you that my opinion is neutral until I have a reason to rule otherwise anyway. And mostly that's what it's about, yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. That is quite a lengthy article there.
Oh, it's psycho. Yeah, I can just kind of go into each topic and hit the bullet points, and we can kind of brainstorm. But first, let's talk about is Streamlabs not working? I'll help you guys out. Don't worry, guys. I gotta pull the stream over here anyway, the stream chat, and hear what you guys got to say and all that. And here we go. Got your stream chat. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, Navy, though, you've been paying attention to things going on in the community. You know a little about the BX. I'm going to call him BX. You know a little about that. What did you think about it as you followed it? What are your general thoughts,
Well, so I kind of was figuring out what was going on with that. We've been talking about it today and things like that. And I have to agree with you on what you said last night, that if he really has this uncut interview that he has with Katie, to put it out there. Let everyone hear it. Let them hear what he said, and the fact that he has it, completely uncut, and what's he hiding, on it, and stuff like that. And then we saw that he had streamed today, or no, yesterday, I think it was, and was just talking about, one thing that caught my attention was that he said that when Katie told him that, not to release the video, that she didn't give him authorization, that she was going to sue him if he did, that it brought back some strong feelings for him of when he was a kid living in a hard neighborhood.
Yeah, and I gave him some shit on Periscope once I saw that clip or heard about that clip. Yeah, and here's my thing. I don't want to damn him. I just, like I was talking on Periscope today about the issue of people wasting YouTubers' times in the community, like trying to contact them or do an interview with them, and then, kind of just playing games and maybe doing something like that. I don't know. Maybe we can get to the bottom of it. I kind of do feel like he may have good intentions, but then the other side of me says to be cautious. That could just be because there's so many people fucking around out there. This is the issue, y'all. The reason why I've decided to talk about the BX thing the slightest bit is because you just never know. You never know the right way to go. And really, the whole thing about, like, the issue of whether somebody has good intentions or not is more represented by Kyle's interaction with Steve over the years than anything. You think you know somebody, and then that happens. So, maybe it's just a human thing. Maybe it was just something we got to deal with. I don't know what to think about it, but do you know what happened, Kyle? Have you been kind of caught up with it? Do you know what happened, really?
No, I don't know. I don't know really anything about this situation. I'm in the thick with my own, so I don't really seek out.
Yeah. Well, let me hook you up.
But okay.
I'll give you like a really quick 30-second thing. Basically, Katie did an interview with a YouTuber who's got about 10,000 subs, and when basically she clicks in to talk to him, and after she's done talking to him, she finds out he recorded the entire conversation, which honestly is a little bit weird. Every time I've ever gone to a YouTube channel to do an interview, you sit there, you talk, they say, okay, we're going to start the interview. They start recording. So anyway, that wasn't the issue, though. There was a part of the interview where he brought up a few other YouTubers. Katie claims that he called them trolls and then asked her about her interaction with them, essentially because he knew she had a negative interaction with them. And she started to talk about it, and she was like, yeah, they've trolled me and blah, 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 and started talking what you would say. If you just heard what Katie said, you'd think, oh, she might be talking smack. But if you'd heard what he said first, there's this like thing where Katie was saying, if you heard what he asked me, nobody would be mad at me. So he came into my Periscope chat when this situation hit like a brick wall, and I told him straight out, like, dude, just upload the whole thing. Clear your name. It'll show everybody this was a misunderstanding, that you both have good intentions and everything's done. And that was the last I saw of the guy. Well, before you came in last night to the talk, Katie came to me and basically told me that she and him started to go at it again because basically he's starting up things with her again, and he never uploaded the full interview. So essentially, yeah, that's what Navy was saying, and that's where everybody's sitting. We want to be able to say to ourselves, well, we want to know what happened, and with that full interview, we would have known. But now that he says that he doesn't have it, nobody knows, and everybody's a little annoyed, I think. But
he doesn't have it? Give me a break. That's complete bullshit. Like, that's shady as hell to not release.
That's what I said today.
The entire thing in its context. I mean, obviously, if you cut things down, that's a hatchet job. You know what I mean? Like, you can't expect people to make a decision based on part of the information. Release the whole fucking thing.
Well, and that's the thing.
Well, real quick, Flying Monkey just donated and said, BX made too many videos about Katie to claim victim now. Appreciate your opinion, Flying Monkey. But go ahead, Navy. Sorry, buddy.
Well, it's like we were talking about earlier. I went over and took a look at him because I didn't know who this guy was. And if you go to his About section, at the bottom of his About section, he claims at the bottom of his About section that his entire channel is satire. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with what he's doing, how he's doing it, the whole I don't have the whole thing, or I lost it because my computer crashed and I lost files or whatever. But when you claim that your channel is a satire channel and it's just your opinion and satire, don't believe there's nothing fact, on it, then I'm wondering if he's actually doing this, he's actually playing the victim, or if he's just making some big joke.
Yeah, he could be punching up too, like trying to clout chase.
Exactly. I think that's where everybody's at. This is his about section right here. And it does at the bottom. If we go down a little bit, let me go ahead and just, because I don't want people to say we're bullshitting on him. Honestly, I just want to know what the hell's up and make up my mind. I don't give two shits what happened. I just want to know the truth. And honestly, I think I've said since the beginning, this is kind of a shitty, no, we can't see Kyle's hair tonight. He's wearing a hat. Both of us have had long days, and I barely got on camera tonight, honestly. So I'm wearing the same shirt I wore. Yeah.
My hair is in physical jail.
Yeah. Yeah, his hair's in gel right now, and I just put on my stream shirt earlier and just went with it. Yeah, and this is the bottom, just so you know. I'm not trying to show shade. Here's my point. I don't have time for any more drama. I've got people like Whiskey Cheetos doing like 6 freaking whiskey enemas a day and screaming and yelling at me before she passes out on stream and falls asleep for 9 hours. So I just don't have time for more drama. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
I would insult her, but I think nature's already done the trick for me.
Well, dude, everybody in the whole community is talking about the joke you made last night. Everybody's stealing your joke. They love it. I forget what it was. What was I forget?
It looks like she got punched by meth.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Whiskey got punched by meth.
I want to say that I wasn't insulting her. I was merely describing her.
I know, but listen, Kyle, you don't know what happened yet. Last night, she watched our stream, and as soon as we went off the air, she sat there and started crying for like 10 minutes. I swear to God, dude, I'm not even making that up. She was like boo-hooing. Yeah, we hurt her feelings.
Oh, we hurt her feelings. Well, let me explain something. Let me explain something to her, okay? What you're doing, Little Reds, if you're trying to come on here and you're trying to make lies about people, you're trying to describe people in ways that doesn't reflect them. You're blatantly lying. You're sitting here obsessing over people like Katie and Uni. And when you do that, you have to be prepared that people are going to come back at you. And if you can't handle that, get the fuck off the internet.
Yeah, dude. I can't tell you how many literal posts and things that she has said towards Katie, because I won't even consider what she said against me because of the amount of stuff she puts out at Katie. I don't even look at what she says about me, that are just insulting her physical looks. I was kind of shocked when I found out she cried, and she was trying to tell people she wasn't crying, but she was sniffling and bawling and then saying she wasn't crying.
Here's why I don't feel bad one bit. She put up my entire arrest record and was joking and commenting about my mugshot. And when you do that, you open yourself up to criticism for you. So if you can't dish it out, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. And that's the bottom line. Like I have no issues with anything I said last night whatsoever.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you, dude. Like, and that's my whole thing with her. It's why if I do, like most of the time, I won't bring up a troll. I'll just let them troll and they can go do their thing and then go into irrelevancy, later. Though with her, it's different because she tries really hard. And then every time it's like she fails so miserably that I can't help but laugh a little bit. So it's like, I don't know, dude. It's insane how much she fails at what she does. It's crazy.
You can't treat people like shit or go after people for things that they didn't do, make lies up on them, and everything else that she's doing. Like, she inserted herself into a situation that she had no business inserting herself into. And that's the bottom line. And then on top of that, you're going to lie on people. You're going to restream every one of their periscopes. You're going to become obsessive over certain people. But when you do that, you open yourself up. And it would be one thing if I was attacking someone who was, just watching things and not saying anything about anybody, not being a dick about things. That's one thing. But if you can't take it, don't dish it out, period.
Definitely, man. I agree completely. You know that. So let's get into a little bit of this weirdness from the day. Oh, wait, let's finish the BX discussion. Look, only time will tell whether BX does have good intentions or not. Got me? But as it sits now, there's a thing that I know about Katie, Kyle, everybody out there. If you want to interact with them, they are really open. That's how BX got the interview in the beginning, if you just act professionally. And I do think there is a level where he is putting on an act and playing a satire game where, because like Navy said, when you hear him say that Katie just sending him a sentence online triggers his PTSD, that's when I think, yes, he's hamming it up for some satirical performance where in the end he's going to say, gotcha, trolled you. I'm just not going to be dumb enough to sit here and act like I don't know it the whole time. I know he's trolling. It's easy to see.
Sounds like it.
Gabriel, 62 IQ, kicked me 5 times for asking why he called Nate the R word. I was laughing so hard. What a loser. Why you mean she? Why she called Nate the R word? Oh, I didn't hear her go at Nate. I didn't even hear about that, so... That's funny, though.
You know what? If I wanted to kill myself, I would climb to the top of Cheshire's ego and then throw myself to her IQ.
That's good, dude. That's good. Okay, we've got to talk about this. This is the talk of the community right now, honestly. It's Adria Lane's expose or her like college essay on the community. So I figure I could go point by point and then let both of you guys respond and us just kind of talk for a second and kind of brainstorm how we feel about it. Does that sound cool?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to start off with the actual tweet here. Literally, there's nothing, so we just got to go. First, it starts with a disclaimer. It says, questions and answers. I do not have a YouTube channel. I got to do this way. Many of the things that have been said about me are either untrue or misrepresented. These are exclusively my own thoughts. I have not been asked to distribute or act as a spokesperson for anyone. And if you have questions, message me. I want to say, if you were not directly involved in the group chat, you've only heard the story from one person, blah, blah, blah. And she says that she got involved in all of this hearing the audio of Amber Portwood. So she was watching a Teen Mom Celebrity, and it got released, and large publications mentioned Katie Joy Paulson. And so she went to Twitter, searched for her, and got several hits from Steve McCrae, Leslie Bass, and Katie, and she spent days reading tweets, watching videos and stuff, made a bunch of assumptions based on what she was reading, and ended up assuming Katie was a horrible person and started a battle with Katie. What do you guys? What do you think, Kyle, about that first part?
I don't understand the mindset that you need to start a battle with someone. That's off the top of the head. Like, that's what I mean by people getting involved or inserting themselves into situations that they have no business doing so. Why do people have the time to go to battle with? I'm in the middle of a lawsuit, not because I wanted it, but because it was brought to me, and I barely have the time or the will to get involved in that. So I don't understand that mindset. First of all, on the onset.
Yeah. What do you got, Navy? What do you think?
Well, what it sounds like to me is because I'm a fan of Pawn Stars. So what it sounds like to me is that if I was a fan of Pawn Stars and I found out, Uni, that you had gone after or, criticized one of the main stars, and because of that, I went and just took hours and hours of my time looking into you, looking into all this stuff, and to only realize that I thought you were a bad person. And because of that, now I need to help start a campaign going after you. And that just sounds like something that is a huge waste of time. I mean, seriously.
I'm with you guys. Hold on. What stream room are we in? We're in stream room alpha. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. The thing that I really noticed about all of this is where she says that she, when she typed in without a crystal ball, she saw without a crystal ball on, a bigger thing like TMZ, I think, covered it, the Amber Portwood audio, and she typed in Katie's name and found Steve, Leslie, and Katie. Those three things came up, and immediately watched all of their channels, and then basically was negatively going at Katie due to what she saw. And I think that's what I take away here is just, it's crazy to me that people would go in so hard like they did, which they were just making stuff up. They were saying that she had said bad things about a baby. She's going to go into that more in a minute. I think it's like almost she got clickbaited into hating Katie. You can kind of see why she drew that opinion. I think that's what I take from it. She drew a negative opinion because of what she saw. Anyway, so she goes on and says, I started my own battle with Katie without ever giving her the respect to civilly go and talk to her or ask her a question. And she goes on to say, do you regret how you treated Katie? She says, yes. I took a step back in March, looked at the big picture. I was fighting a war based on information from one guy. I was being a horrible friend to Leslie. My actions contributed to keeping her in a war she didn't want to be in. So she basically admits to influencing Katie and Leslie to fight due to Steve. And then this was a very difficult time and contributed to that. I trolled and bullied Katie. I'm the only one at fault for this. No one asked me to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what do you guys got for that paragraph? What do you think?
Navy?
Well, I want to tell you, I don't really know who this person is. Like, I know like their relation to how things are going and stuff and what they've done, but I mean, it sounds sincere, but like I said, I don't know this person. But I think you talked about several times is that if people that had been doing this would come forward and be like, you know what, I screwed up, I was wrong. What I did was wrong. No one else forced me to do it. It was my own accord, and I apologize. That is the first step to kind of redeeming yourself, and in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I again, though, kind of think to myself, and here, let me get this up. So that now you guys are going to be able to see when one of us talk. It'll kind of light up whenever one of us is talking. You can see who's in here. So, okay. The thing that gets me is that she mentions that after seeing these videos on... Now, you got to remember, these videos are these are the live streams, basically, that were done in November and December. That would be this time period. And she starts to bully and harass Katie. She's saying, like, what I witnessed in the group I jumped in got me to do that. So I think that's the takeaway I had, but I get what you said. Okay, so then she goes in and says, did things change with Katie because of Joe? And I don't even know if I want to read this part. It's just, she says, TT, basically, I'm just going to sum it up. TT, Adria, and Joe and Leslie were in a private group, and they all did the stuff that you saw everybody doing out on social media. And, jumping in streams, talking bad about Katie and all that. But they were doing it in private also while becoming friends. And Joe realized, in my opinion, Leslie failed a certain way. I can skip a lot of this and just tell you, essentially, Joe ended up leaving a group. And it talks about, here's a good part. So we all shared information, pictures about our husbands, kids, pets, and homes. They became friends and shared these things. And Joe, let's see. Our personal info ended up getting passed around. Kim, Joan, and Amy Lou were recently on a Kim live stream where I was doxxed on live stream by Joan, and in the comments by Amy. Private photos were mentioned of Leslie with her minor children. And then she talks about disagreements with her spouse. Basically bringing up what we all saw, because there were live streams, and I'm not going to hate on anybody. I'm just telling you. There was a lot of live streams, and people were going around trying to dox people and trying to do that kind of thing. So that's a pretty disturbing factor here, that little group and then the influenced bigger group, they were doing this doxing shit together. That's crazy. I think that's just psycho.
Yeah, I anytime you stoop to the level where you're doxing someone and, putting their personal information or bringing up someone's, kids, I think that you've pretty much lost control, and you're not adult enough to handle the internet.
I agree.
Well, and the thing is that doxing is a very serious thing. Doxing is dangerous. It can put people's lives in danger, not to mention It's just a horrible thing to do as a person. But think about this. They're doing this. They're doxing people, trying to find out where they live, trying to find out where their apartments are because of a disagreement over reality television. Are you serious? Like, that's kind of like saying,
so stupid.
I don't even know what to compare it to.
Yeah. I mean, why? What are you going to get from doing this? I don't know.
Because people are stupid. I mean, that's a very good point, Navy. This is all over teen mom drama. I mean, think about that. Put that in perspective, and that just shows you the level of crazy that you're dealing with. These people are trying to ruin each other's lives over an MTV show about young mothers. Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, I could ask myself if the YouTube content contributed to these guys feeling like they needed to do this, but in reality, how would it? If you just got so mad at somebody on YouTube that you wanted to start doxing them and start doing these crazy things, like, I don't know, man. This is literally taking the internet seriously, because you're then saying, okay, I can't get up on the internet and talk. I can't get up on the internet and be funny. I can't get up on the internet and be a dickhead because you're going to try to come at my home. You're going to try to find me. Like, that's just fucking... You don't even see this in a lot of really fucking shitty communities. They don't do that shit. That's on par with, like, the fucking, like, political communities, right?
It has a lot to do with character. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't try to beat someone with a logical argument or, you know, your reasoning, and you have to stoop to trying to find out where they live and post their personal information, you're just a bitch. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're an internet tough guy bitch.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I mean, that is like the definition of an internet tough guy, trying to intimidate somebody in any way, like in a legit fashion. Not, I'm gonna fight you in the parking lot someday, like literally threatening somebody in a legit fashion due to the internet. I've never understood that. It was shocking to me. I covered QAnon communities and debunked it. Pizzagate, the Pizzagate people tried to dox me, but they did it once and then stopped. They tried to once and stopped. Really, I haven't had many other communities where that's been an issue. This community, every single person that pisses off one side had people trying to do this. It was psycho.
It's because they can't beat each other with an argument. You know, like It should never get to the point where you're having to put out people's personal, or even, like, to me, the worst thing is bringing someone's kids into a situation. Like when you're talking about, you know, innocent kids that have nothing to do with this. They didn't ask to be put into this bullshit, you know, conversation. And yet you see time after time in situation after situation where they are. Like, people literally have no problem with dragging someone's kid into that. And I just think you're a garbage human if you have to resort to that level.
Yeah, Monkey C2 says, I think Twitter and Reddit are at fault. You know, I to an extent, but still, those are just the social media platforms. They do offer the ability for people to maybe find more information or track somebody a little more. But in reality, you know, this is mostly the people are just, Kyle's right. You know, really, now imagine if one of the people that we're doxing could have gotten up on a channel or on social media and responded and got the feeling inside like, damn, I made a great argument. I put out my side. They're not going to be able to come back with anything better than what I said. I don't think there would have been doxing in those situations. But yes, I do think that because they couldn't form an argument and they couldn't, you know, beat the other side with words, that is why they resorted to this. Now, it's funny, because at the same time that this was kind of like this whole issue here's happening, we've had the doxings happen inside the secret Facebook group where they were trying to dox Katie's neighbors and Katie. So I see a lot of similarities between this small group and then that bigger Facebook group for some reason, and it's weird.
Absolutely.
Well, it goes on, and she goes into more detail about when things went south with Joe. I'm not even going to go into that, honestly. I just don't have really a need to. Though, she says, let's see here. Basically, she talks about a lot of drama between her and Joe and TT, and Joe doing some streams about it. She saying that Joe spread lies about them, I suppose is what she's saying. I don't know. I didn't see anything like that, but I didn't look. So it goes on to, Joe is the only one that apologized. Now, Adria says that Adria and TT also apologized to Katie, and I know that is true, but it's not, I don't think anybody's saying Joe's the only one. I didn't say that. I don't know if Adria's looking at social media. I know a lot of people. Last night, Kyle, you were there when me and Katie and everybody we were all talking about moving the community forward and leaving all of this kind of garbage behind and blocking and making a really hard line in the sand to people that do this kind of thing. I think it's a great idea. Leslie Bass also posted on social media today that she agrees. She wants to move forward. She went and apologized to Katie. She wants to leave all that kind of thing behind. So I feel like an impact happened after that conversation, personally. You know, I think it's a good thing.
Here's how you stop the trolls and people looking out for drama. You have to starve them. When the conversations stop focusing on them and what they're saying and, you know, what they're threatening this week. And, you know, it's always been funny to me, the people who are involved in these drama communities and do all the talking about the latest tea and drama, they always are the first to get offended when the conversation's turned on them. Like, it's a big shock when they're the focal point of the drama. And then just like Little Reds tonight, they cry foul when they're called out, or when they get what they've been putting out right back at them. These people aren't adult enough to be on the internet because they don't know how they're supposed to combat an issue with logical arguments. Now, the way that you stop these trolls is by stop talking about them. You starve them. If these people are surviving solely on the fact that conversations are being had about them and around them, when those conversations stop, they become irrelevant. And that's the antidote for trolls on the internet is irrelevancy. And you put them in irrelevancy by ceasing to comment on them any further, and they lose their relevancy, and then boom, they're gone.
I do agree. Gene, thank you. I like the new look too. I'm starting to get my camera set up. Navy, you have anything to add in, man? What do you think about trying to move forward and leaving these troll channels in the dust and starving them of attention? What do you think about that? How do you think it'll work, or what do you think about it?
I think that I think that they'll keep going, they'll keep trying, but once you stop talking about them and once you stop, you know, doing this and you do move forward and things like that, they'll flounder on not having. What we see what happens with a lot of these channels is they don't have any actual content. So after everyone's already heard what they've had to say about the same people over and over and over again, they're going to have some hardcore supporters, but most of their people are just going to kind of flake off, and their channel's going to slowly start to die out, and they'll have to do something else. And so moving forward and putting stuff past people, especially when mistakes have been made and, you know, there's been wires crossed or somebody's been intentionally trying to cause problems, is, in my opinion, the best way to move forward. And that's the adult thing to do.
Yeah, I think it did. Just the conversation sparked many people talking about it. Many people ended up hearing what we said last night, me, you, and Katie, and then actually taking that conversation further and actually tweeting about it, reaching out about it. And, you know, I think that people making a public statement that they also are going to do this has just over a sheer discussion without even any orchestration. We didn't do what they did. We didn't all get together in a big group. We didn't all try to coordinate some big thing. We all just said, we are sick and tired of people that are doing this dumb shit, and we're going to leave you in the dust, and which we've already done. I mean, I don't even see, I don't know. I guess I should try watching them. I'm not going to, but I would have to if I really want to figure it out. All I do is hear stuff that people tell me here and there, little snippets, you know, and I think that it's going to work because people obviously agreed, or it would have, normally that kind of thing isn't mentioned. One little quip in a live stream, one little tiny paragraph in a conversation typically doesn't have that much of a response, and it had a pretty big response. I kind of like it. I think it's pretty fucking awesome.
Totally.
Well, we've got parts 4, 5, and 6 somewhere. Here it is. This is part 4. Okay, here it is. 4 and 5. Really, there's only 2 more. There's only 2 more parts, and they have to do with sock accounts. She goes on to say, let's see, sitting innocent, blah, blah, blah. She basically has the complete. Adria makes the point that she feels Joe's being unfair to TT and Adria. And I know TT and Adria aren't really creators. So I do think it would be cool. I think Joe, hearing us say, you know, Joe, give him a chance, you know, let it go. Everybody gets the point. And like everybody's cool saying to Joe, drop it all, go forward with your content and try to do something good. And we won't ignore you. We're not going to add, you know, Joe to any block list if she does make an actual effort. That's us giving something. Hopefully she'll, you know, see that and appreciate it, I hope. But anyway, so I'm going to skip all of this based on that response and go into where Adria talks about sock accounts. She says, yeah, we had sock accounts. Leslie made a tweet which basically said, radio and YouTube was made for, will succeed no matter how hard people try to take me down. Kim replied, sounds like Katie Joy, and began to troll Leslie. 2/14, that was in February? Damn. Okay, we have screenshots to back this up. Joan, Amy, Steve, and others joined in. We absolutely defended our friend who would leave their friend alone. With a pack of hyenas, they made claims such as Leslie is a career baby mama, discussed her parents, her as a 12-year-old, her arrest, said she was trafficking drugs, her husband pimped her out, a felon, she was a drug addict, several kids by several men, etc. The entire thread was screen recorded and screenshot. Kim, Joan, and Amy can act like they are victims, but they are not. Things were mentioned about their records when they were mentioned these things about Leslie's. If they want to discuss Leslie's record that was dropped, why would we not discuss theirs? These same people also contacted Leslie's job. Yeah. So it's essentially, I didn't know about this back in February, but what Adria is saying, she has evidence. It's out on Twitter. You can see it. It shows that there is this core little group of people who, for some reason, and Amy was in my chat all the time, Amy Lou. And Amy was in here getting along with everybody, hanging out when I was playing video games. It's fucking psycho, but she was. And she's saying that she can prove that Amy Lou, along with these other people, including Steve McCrae, were doing this attack on Leslie. And I'm sorry to say it. I know people are going to get mad. And hopefully Leslie, being serious about moving forward, will see this as me giving just constructive criticism. But this is what I was trying to tell Leslie in December. Steve will eventually eat you alive if you work with him, because when you stop giving in to his demands, he'll do this, which I know you know a lot about, Kyle.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a message from someone on Discord earlier talking about going in and asking Steve a question last night, just a general, you know, question about the case, and because it was worded in a way that Steve didn't like, he was berated and then blocked, and I find that to be very telling of Steve. And another example, Steve, and you know, from June, the first time that you made a video about the non-sec case, until early November or late November, Steve would praise you and say, you know, that you do really good deep dives on things, that, you know, he's glad you're involved. He did a lot of streams with you, this sort of thing. And then the moment that you asked the question about something, you were deemed a troll, so stupid that you couldn't even tie your own shoes. And then,
dumb as a rock, UNIRock.
Right. And then turned on. And now he paints you as some, you know, dumb pariah. But you're the same dumb pariah that he lauded and praised for months. So what happened? Let's look at that. Did you eat something that made you completely stupid in November? Or
did I bump my head?
Is Steve just a sensitive, insecure, narcissistic bitch? And I think the latter is more appropriate to describe him. Anytime that you are bucking the narrative, or even asking a simple question against the narrative, you're a defector. Look at Nick Suter, one of Steve's closest friends. He didn't fall in line on something like Steve wanted, and now Steve is trashing him on Twitter. These are this shows a lot about Steve's character and the need to control a narrative, and it just speaks to the kind of person, or the kind of shitty person, that Steve McCrae is.
Did you ever see the discovery somebody made about Sweet and Steve and Nick? Did you ever see that discovery that people made on Twitter and found out?
No, not that I'm...
Oh my God. Everybody in this stream is going to fucking flip. Navy, dude, I hate to ask you. Can it... Oh, wait, I know I can tag somebody. Where is that clip? You know what clip I'm talking about, Navy. You remember you know what I'm talking about? I think it's in current live stream room. We need to copy it down to the bottom. Oh, fuck, dude. It was only from a day or two ago. Dude, Kyle, you're going to flip the fuck out, bro, when I show you this. It's psycho.
Did you? And you said this is Nick and Steve and Sweet Heathen?
Yes. I know it sounds crazy, but yes.
Interesting.
Oh, I know where it was. Do you remember the timestamp, Navy? It was in that one, like, 15,000 subscriber special. If we know the timestamp, it'll be real easy to find that clip.
Let me think. I know what you're talking about. Yes. I just got, actually the reason I've been kind of quiet is I got bombarded with a couple of updates of some things going on. And, but when we get done with this, I can update you on what's happening.
No, go ahead, buddy. No problem, man.
All right. So first update while we're thinking about this is that, Adria has actually posted on Twitter, and I'll read this one tweet because she has a whole, thread that has been put into current live stream, thanks to Menace's sobriety.
Awesome.
It says, "Ugh, I didn't realize UNIRock would be discussing my Q&A on his live stream, and I wish he would have clarified some things before going live. I will discuss what misconstrued tomorrow in part 2. With that said, my Q&A was about me. I have no knowledge of Leslie trolling." And then she has a bunch of other stuff on there. If you want to look at it later, it's in current live stream. And then apparently, Best Boy or Beast.
Well, hold on. Wait. Let me just say this real quick about the Adria thing. Adria, I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I was just giving my reaction, and I'll update what I said. You know, I was just talking. So, you know I didn't do a perfect job of representing what you wrote. I think I did a better job in this stream, though, on YouTube, and I'll update my Periscope just so you understand, I wasn't trying to misconstrue, but you got me. Okay. BX Boy is playing the audio from the stream right now. Oh, good. I knew it. I knew it.
Apparently, he's playing us as we're talking right now.
Oh,
like
this
before,
audio?
Apparently, he was looking at the Periscope from last night, but apparently now I just got word he is actually just reading, talking as he's streaming it and talking apparently about what we're saying right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he even knew about any of this stuff. I figured he'd be like just that quick thing we brought up about him earlier. I figured he'd talk about. He knows about this stuff, or is he just watching just to watch?
I think he's just watching to watch.
Okay.
It, dude.
Okay.
Kind of like what Whiskey Cheetah does.
All right. Well, listen. I'll say this since he's watching. If BX is not being satirical, if he's not trolling, then he should reach out to people like Katie, and I'll say me, but honestly, I don't have time. And just talk to us, because we're not dicks like I don't know if he thinks we are. And hang with us, because I mean, we could all get along. Or it can be the other way around, Either way, though, it's really up to you, man. It's in your hands. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll say there. Okay. $20 to cover. I'm not reading that out loud, Monkey. I'm trying to be nice. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading it, man. That's fucked. I am not responsible for my chat. Flying Monkey's just being funny. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, Navy.
No, we have it for you. It was brought in by Strawberry down at the bottom of current live stream. It's 6 minutes on the Rum and Coke 15,000 subscriber party.
6 minutes? Okay. All right. Now, Kyle, I'm going to have to explain this to everybody. Now, I'm not trying to be mean.
Can I just say
Go ahead. Yes, please.
Can I just say, I think that Steve will probably be having another 15,000 subscriber party not too soon.
That's a good point, man. Okay, now listen. I don't even like playing this because I'm being called a misogynist tonight simply because I don't know. I don't even know what I did, I guess, because like I kind of stood up for Cheshire a little bit and talked about how fucked up it was for. Can I get, what would be great? Discord peeps, admins, mods, can you please, and I hate asking, though, you know what clip I'm talking about. I believe it's either on Road User's channel. It's a clip where Steve is talking about putting him and all of his buddies, putting his PP, I don't even want to say it out loud. I'm going to try to censor it. Putting his PP in Cheshire's mouth.
Let's play Who's in My Mouth.
Let's play Who's in My Mouth, that clip, because I don't think Whiskey's
Which is a great
seen
game, I must say. It's a great game. Okay. I'm
No.
not knocking the game.
Well, Whiskey was saying that I was being misogynist for just joking about that clip. And what I said when I joked about it was extremely tame. I was being very much, nice to Chesh, and I was giving them shit. So I was standing up for the female in the group, which I don't know how that makes me a misogynist, but I'd love to play the clip because I don't think Whiskey has seen it, and I know she's streaming me right now, or at least watching. So, though, let me break this because Kyle, you're gonna flip the fuck out, dude. Go ahead, Navy. Sorry.
Can I say one thing? I just want to make one correction right fast. Yeah, this one doesn't have Nick in it. It is just Steve.
Oh,
and
I know.
this group of whoever. Oh, okay.
No. Yeah. No. The clip has nothing to do with Nick, but Nick has a lot to do. Or Sweet has a lot to do with why Steve hates Nick Suter, and I just learned this. Somebody sent this to me. I forget who. Anyway, let me go ahead and play this because you're not gonna. You guys are gonna flip out now, chat. I want my chat to hear me. If you guys end up getting flipped out, instead of typing things, do me a favor. Use emojis to represent how you feel after hearing this. After you hear this, okay? Use emojis. Okay, here it comes, Kyle. I have to hear Kyle's reaction to this. I've never heard it. Do not shush Todd. Do not shh Todd. Thank you, August. Yes, do not shh Todd. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, you can't hear it. Hold on. You got to re-click my stream. Hold on. You'll be able to hear it when I do this. Sorry. I forgot. We're in Discord. Hey, I'm learning how to use Discord a little better, guys. All right. If you double click my name now that I'm live, you'll be able to hear what I play through this window. So go ahead and do that really quick. Bring up my stream there. Thank you, August. Okay. You got me, Navy? All right. Here we go. Now I will break this down. We are going to try to break down this clip, and we're going to get Kyle Curtis's reaction because this shocked the living hell out of me that they even admitted this. But here we go.
In Mexico, when I was about 20 years of age, give or take, could have been 21. I don't remember if it was underage drinking or not. I could be totally, a hardcore criminal. That horror in my life, just sheer.
Oh, sorry. I went back too far. It's 6 minutes, 30 seconds. There it is.
Because I'm telling you, I bet your story that you have is worse.
They're looking for a sound.
Okay, so Steve tries to get this dude in the top left to tell his worst story ever. Okay, here it comes.
Probably.
Steve, you're sounding mighty.
Yes, guys, hold on. I'm willing to talk to BX if he is not, trolling. That's what I was saying. Yeah, just to answer. I saw what you said in the chat. I don't know who it was. Yes, if he wasn't trolling, but I'm not trying to waste my time by talking to someone that is, right? So, maybe we'll talk about it sometime, but okay. You guys are throwing the pukey emojis. We haven't even done it yet, but here it comes.
Pretty sedate as far as your antics go.
Well, according to some people, I'm a hardened criminal because of that. But I thought I wanted to get some big leagues in here. Like
I have a camel walking.
TJ, TJ, you kind of are known to drink a little bit, right?
A little bit, every once in a while.
Where is this clip at?
Yeah, so
I didn't miss
what
it,
kind of story do you want to tell?
Here we go. Here it is.
By the way, this is live, and this will be remembered in perpetuity. So be very careful, because if you admit those homicides, those hit and run.
Now listen. So here's what's up. Steve is telling him, don't say what don't tell the secret. He's basically saying, don't tell our secret. Okay. Now this dude does something really wrong here. He ends up telling the secret. Here it comes.
Runs.
No,
things like that. You're going to be in trouble.
No, this one has this
It's
story.
kind of a statute of limitations.
No, it's consenting adults.
Oh, you mean adults can get consent?
Steve didn't even know that adults could consent. Kyle, can you believe that he didn't know that? I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I was just being silly. Here we go.
I'll protect. Yeah, I'll protect the identities of the innocent parties. Yeah, actually, a good friend, very recently, a good friend of mine met up with his girlfriend that he was flying out to see out here. He's from California. And
okay, he's talking about Steve and Sweet, and he confirms this in a minute.
She's from the other side of the country, and they kind of met, and they came over, and we were all drinking and stuff. We had another friend of ours over.
In Texas.
Yeah, he's like,
Puke
now hold
emoji.
on. Yeah,
Puke emoji.
he says, Steve
Yep,
says,
Yep.
Steve says, Now, wait a minute. You weren't supposed to say the secret story. You're not supposed to tell people about this. But the dude's like, too late. I'm going to tell it.
Are you talking about us?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like somebody
He's like, yes, I'm talking about you. So there's your fact number one. It is about Steve. So hold on.
in this room probably knows this story already.
Wait,
and so it ended up,
No.
Steve's like, no, you cannot tell my live stream. Now,
Oh my
Steve is
God.
drunk. He's drunk.
I wish they
Go
would.
ahead.
That Steve is the worst at dragging shit out. Like, just fucking get to it.
Okay. Okay.
we got really
No,
shit
stop.
faced.
He really is, but dude, it's so worth it. The payoff is so good in this.
And it,
Can't tell anything about this.
well, I said I would
Okay.
protect
Go
the
Now, so Steve knows what's coming, so he starts chugging the rum. Okay.
Protect the
Go
innocent.
ahead. No, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I'm just letting you know I'm not gonna
Steve's like, I'm cool. I don't care. Everybody will think I'm cool if they hear this.
name names, but
I don't-
it ended up
Wait a minute. Who the fuck is that right there? Who's behind Steve? What is that? Some discount laundry detergent? I don't know. Here
I
we go.
think in
I'm
an
gonna name
impromptu
names.
makeout session, everybody was just like,
Okay, so then he says it devolved into an impromptu makeout section. Now here's the deal. It was Steve, it was Sweet, it was him, it was like 3 other dudes. Okay, so it was 4 guys and Sweet, and it devolved into an impromptu makeout session where all of them are getting all crazy, right? Now hold on, here it comes.
slobbering all over each other after a while, and it was kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean that one was pretty wild. I have some more
I
later.
don't know anything
if
about that,
anybody
but
wants to hear 'em.
there. I do remember.
Now he says I have more if you want to hear him, okay? And then he admits something right after. It's so bad,
Somebody
dude.
couldn't find their laptop.
Yeah, and then 2 people lost their glasses. So yeah, it's pretty
Charger.
crazy. Huh?
And somebody lost the charger.
Yeah, somebody lost a charger.
Where was the charger? In somebody's butt? I don't understand.
Man, a lot of things
What
were
are they
lost.
talking
A lot of
Your,
hold on, I'll tell you. Hold
your
on.
virginity that night.
Okay, so then Steve says, well, you did lose your virginity that night. And dude says,
maybe
That's
could
a bullshit.
possibly shit.
okay, so here's what you just saw, Kyle. I know it's hard to process. You just saw this guy tell a story about how 4 dudes, one including Steve, the other including him, and 2 more in Sweet, had a session where they all finished, where they lost their glasses, where they all slobbered all over each other, and it all happened at this atheist meetup. And I thought I was being trolled when this was sent to me. And I'm like, shut up, that's not true. They didn't admit that. And then I played it and they admitted it. So I was like, I was just shocked. So yeah, you hear them admitting that they all fucking,
Yeah, exactly.
they all, you know,
Exactly.
they got freaky. They all got freaky. At the atheist convention in Texas, they got freaky. Yeah. And they were all smashed that night. So look, I know you're saying, why'd you play that for me, Uni? There's just something funny because Steve, he tries to, okay, so Whiskey Cheetos is over there saying that I'm a misogynist tonight and trying to put me down because I broke down that one clip of them saying, you know, the whole play the game of who's in my mouth clip. I broke it down and made, you know, gave them a hard time for, you know, saying that to Cheshire and defended Cheshire a little bit. And it's funny, she's calling me a misogynist. But, you know, this is the second admission that we have of Steve where he's getting together with like 4 dudes to do something to a female. So I don't know.
She probably can't even spell misogynist. I wouldn't worry about
Wait.
that. But do you,
I have a question. Which one of the creators helped somebody get an RO against another creator because
That was
he was
Katie.
bullying her?
Yeah, that was Katie. Yeah.
Yeah, but who helped that? Who supported her doing that? I wonder who it was. The misogynist, obviously.
Oh, that's me. That's right. Yeah, I the misogynist UNIRock helped Katie. Yeah, get all that information together. Very true. Very true. Anyway,
can I ask?
Yeah.
Just so I make sure I'm not missing something here.
Yeah.
Is this the situation that you're talking about that involved Nick, or where is that? What's
okay.
the one with Nick?
I'm
Did I
glad
miss
you
something?
asked. Yes, I didn't. No. I was just letting the chats calm down after thinking about that whole. I wanted my chat to have a second to get it out of their mind. All 4 of those guys finishing while in that interaction, slobbering all over each other. And now that it's
Right.
out of their mind, there's a tweet that was put out by Sweet where she says that her and Nick were basically getting romantically involved, and it got sent to me with that clip. And it's basically like what they told me is the beef, okay, the secret, the rumor behind the scenes in the Steve camp. Katie donated
can I stop you, Uni?
Yeah.
I just have to address something in the chat. Beth Haynes says, Chesh said you need to go to jail to get some, and the host said, oh no, he can get plenty out here. Number one, the host is right, and number two, Chesh, I've seen your leaked pictures. If anybody needs to go to jail to get some, it would be you, bitch.
I know, dude.
Don't say a fucking word about it. I don't need to go to jail to get any. You do, you cunt.
Well, we should talk about that here in a minute. But before we get to the story of how Nick is involved, Flying Monkey, I know where my charger's at. I hope it's not in your butt, my friend. Katie says, shh. Thank you, Katie. And Gabriel, nothing wrong with that, but Steve makes it a bad porno. That's my point. I don't care about people having some kinks. I don't care if people get together and do some freaky stuff. You do you. You know, everybody does themselves, right? My whole point is he tries to act like he's got the moral high ground with everybody being a misogynist and all this, and it's just not true, in my opinion. I think he's a bit misogynist, and there's ways to prove it. Though, the way Nick is involved is, so Nick and Sweet were having a romantic thing going on, and she admitted that Nick broke her heart in a tweet. I have the tweet. I just don't care to pull it up. But essentially, the whole thing behind the scenes, the reason why Nick and Steve are fighting, and the reason why Steve turned everyone against Nick is because Nick and Sweet started to flirt and have a relationship, and because Steve has a claim over Sweet, he ended up hating Nick after Nick started macking on Sweet. That's the whole thing. Yeah. That was just shown to say that Steve and Sweet have this open relationship. You know, that's the proof that Steve doesn't care if Sweet jumps in with 5 dudes and they have an open relationship and whatever. Though that was sent to me saying that, and then they led into the story about Nick and with a couple tweets from with Sweet admitting that she was seeing Nick or like trying to. Anyway, yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah. It was like a love triangle that led to Steve hating Nick, is what this person was saying. They could be trolling us, but I don't know what that tweet meant then about breaking hearts. Yeah, dude. Yeah, straight up. I have it on it's on my Twitter. Like, no joke.
I heard that she was also might be involved with Jim, who.
Yeah, that too. I heard that too. Yeah.
What is going on?
We're spilling the tea. We're spilling the tea.
I think he's in that pic, Uni, the pic that we had of all of them together down in Texas.
Oh shit! Somebody dropped it. Somebody dropped it. Here it is.
Yeah, Katie's saying that Nick is married.
He is married.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh fuck. Well, hopefully Nick's wife isn't watching this stream.
I don't know if like that's got to be her.
Well, listen.
Like, I don't see Nick doing like.
Well, I don't either. I don't either, dude. I don't know. People might be just like trolling me and shit, but I know that I know though that what you just said about Sweet and Jim is a legit rumor, and so is the Nick thing. And it could just be a rumor, though. I think the Jim rumor has more of a probability of actually being true than the Nick rumor, of course. So
progressive liberal says Sweet once told me that she loved married men.
Uh-oh. ProLibs just said that in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Yeah, he did. Oh, my God. Look. It's right there. Look. Sweet once told me she loved married men. Uh-oh. Yeah. Nick, don't get mad at me, bro. Like, it's all on Twitter, so you can't get mad at me for talking about it, bro. It came from Twitter.
Maybe she saw something in the situation that he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, that happens often.
Yeah.
Where...
Oh, no. Yeah. They could have just not done nothing. But the thing that matters is that Steve saw whatever the hell was going on, and he, like, got mad and threw Nick out of the social club. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would make sense. But I see, like, I think if in my opinion, it would be one of those things where they were all friends. Nick probably was a good friend to her, and maybe if anything, she was reading too much into things.
Yeah,
but, I don't. Yeah, I don't see Nick being.
And I'm not trying to get Nick in any trouble. And yeah, like I said,
no,
Nick,
I don't think you'll think you are. I mean, you're just stating what's out there already.
For sure. Yeah. If we ignore it, it's just going to blow up even bigger. If we just get it out of the way now, it's over with, you know. Gabriel, you are the best super chat ninja I've ever had. Meanwhile, 62 IQ, I got nothing to live for anymore.
Well, no, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, because
there's so much to say there.
She's mad. She's mad. She's like, no, that's my job. That's my job, sweet. I'm supposed to be Steve's girl. That's what that tweet meant, or that super chat. Anyway, where were we? Because we got off track there. I think we're good to get back on track here, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Do we have everything now? And if anybody in Discord, if you got anything, current live stream room, give me everything you got. Go ahead.
So are we going to discuss the Baddy reveal?
Yes. Yeah. I just need can somebody get me Mr. Baddy's Mr. Baddy, is it Baddy or Baddy? I keep saying it wrong. Yuhan, hey dude.
That's a good question. It may be Baddy.
I want to say it's Baddy.
Yeah, he told me it was Baddy, and I kept calling him Baddy, and he got mad at me. Yes, it was Baddy. I want to have him on tomorrow. Yeah, I want to have Mr. Baddy on tomorrow. Yeah. If you do,
can I please come on and?
Yeah. I wanted you with him.
I want to ask him some questions. The dude is like my hero now. Like, he is so ruthless that it is fantastic.
Yeah. And I said that on Twitter. I wanted to get him and you and Navy. You're welcome, and Menace is welcome to come too. And we can go to UNIROCK 2 tomorrow, because I didn't go today because my I have a couple videos that are blowing up on my channel, and I just, if I would have streamed, I could have affected their views. I didn't want to fuck with it, but we'll go tomorrow for sure. So. Okay, so let's grab Mr. Beatty's thing really quick. I can pull him up. Hold on. If I just go to Twitter, I'm being lazy asking my admins to do everything for me. I'm abusing my admins here. I'm sorry, guys. I love you. I can't do this stream without you. Yeah, Mr. Beatty found something great today on Twitter, Kyle, that has to do with your case. Oh, Yuhan says that was for Kyle. Okay, Yuhan says, oh, Lord. He says it's for you.
Oh, you got that. You got that.
All right. Just making sure. Thank you, Yuhan, man. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're here, dude. Okay, so here's what it is. Robert Beatty says to the Kyle Curtis, and did you put your name as the Kyler, or is it Kyle R. Curtis? You realize? I'm being silly.
Kyle. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know. It just looks like it's Kyler right there. You know, Kyle R. It just runs together. I looked at that and said,
a lot of people get that.
Because I searched for Kyle Curtis, the Kyle Curtis, and I couldn't get it to come up. And I'm like, what the fuck? If the quibbling is good to continue, I just happened to have browsed a bit and got to wondering about the possible defectiveness in the affidavit of service process. In addition to other issues, I don't know if it's been considered yet. I have not even looked at this. What is all this, Kyle? Hook me up. Have you seen this yet?
Well, that's the stuff that you're looking through now is new to me too. Like, what I did was I tweeted out his finding of the agent part, and then I retweeted it and said, "Don't mess with Robert Beatty." And I guess he has since responded with some things that I myself haven't even, like the stuff with the highlights, I haven't looked at yet either.
We go.
I've only seen. Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about right there.
Let me see if I can blow this thing up, because I want to show people. Yeah. I don't want to zoom in on certain things, but I guess the main point of contention here is that when you mail somebody, you can send it to their agent or the addressee. Now, Steve and Ruhif are arguing that they were trying to mail your mother, the agent, but we're all wondering why if they were sending it to the mother, the agent, they sent it to you, the addressee.
Well, they weren't mailing it to necessarily to my mother. What happened is they're saying that because my mother signed for it, she was a designated agent, which should have been indicated if that were the case. And as you can clearly see, that is not an agent. She was not an agent of me, but it was supposed to be sent to the addressee, which would have been my name, but the wrong address. So this defeats their agent argument on its face.
I do believe that also. I know I talked to a few people in Discord, and they said, no, this is not their, they wouldn't have signed that, but I think they would have, wouldn't they? I don't know. So God only knows. I'm just showing this because there's a big argument now about this on social media. And I have a feeling we're going to hear Ruhif and Steve go batshit over this whole thing and call us liars, and God only knows. So, yeah, I think I do agree with you, though.
Robert Beatty's in chat right now.
Is he? Robert, sir, if you would like, Kyle is going to be on tomorrow, and I'd like to invite you also, if that's okay, and we can kind of do like we did last time and just have a nice chat. So you're more than welcome, sir. I'm going to have Navy reach out to you tomorrow if that's okay, and we'll get it set up. If you're busy tomorrow, Mr. Baddy, we can always do it throughout the week, but tomorrow would be great if you have time. So let us know, and we'll get you set up. So there we go.
Baddy, you're my hero, by the way. Just want to shout out to you. If you need to go check out Baddy V Hovend on Twitter, if you're not following him already, he not only does he talk about, or he has things about this case, but he's best known for his going after of the cult leader Kent Hovend, and he's got a lot of interesting things to check out. So make sure that you follow him on Twitter. It's Baddy, Baty V Hovend, Hovind.
Definitely. He's a debunker, and that's what that's the best thing that you could say about Mr. Baddy. He's a debunker. And he's good at what he does, and he's amazing. You do need to follow him on Twitter and then find the link to his webpage, blog, and take a look at it, because for those of you that are interested in science, deniers being defeated and cult leaders being exposed, there's no better Twitter account to follow than Mr. Baddy. He's really good, honestly.
And a good Facebook group too. Just to put that
yes.
out there.
Oh, that's true. He does. He has a great, great Facebook group. Yeah. So you definitely join it and give him some props and support him for sure. He's a regular guest on our show. He's been here before, and hopefully he'll be here tomorrow. Let me know, guys. When he types, let me know. The chat's moving and shit, so I'm barely catching the chat. Anyway, okay. I don't know what this is, Kyle, so you want to take a look at this new stuff that he's posted together? Because he's posted some stuff, so all right.
New to me too, so let's see it.
Yeah, also, let me retweet this. That way you guys can, if you go to my Twitter, now you can find Robert Baddy. And good call, Darth Chaz, my friend. Good to see you here. Glad you're here, and thank you for reminding me. You guys have to watch me. You got to keep me on point. Okay, I've been too busy editing videos. I got another video for you tomorrow of me and Kyle, and this time Kyle's going to be in the video tomorrow from our conversation last night on UNIROck 2. Make sure you click it and watch it.
Boy.
Give me a thumbs up, because we've got the downvote squad hitting UNIROck 2 like crazy right now. So now it's basically us versus them. Who's going to win? Are the UNIRocks squad going to go to UNIROck 2 and hit the upvote and get me above the downvote squad? Or is the downvote squad going to win? It's up to you, Rocka squad. Though, he says, Mr. Baddy says, I make a rather poor editor. There's a smudge of sorts on the paragraph that begins generally. Here is a corrected version of my presentation of that case. The issue of defective affidavit of service, and he links to Spectrum Rest LLC versus Chinese Staff and Workers ASSN Inc. So let me go through this, and stop me at any time, you guys, because I'm just trying to keep things moving, and make sure you come in anytime you have something to say. So basically, what Mr. Baddy has found, it says, accordingly, when the requirements for service of process have not been met, it is irrelevant that defendant may have actually received the documents. Defective service, quote, is not cured by the defendant's subsequent receipt of actual notice of this action. Quote, since the notice received by means other than those authorized by statute cannot serve to bring a defendant within the jurisdiction of the court, end quote, end quote. On a motion to dismiss to improper service, plaintiff has the burden, the plaintiff, that's not Kyle, to demonstrate that proper service was effectuated. Generally, go ahead, yes.
I was going to say, so essentially that's destroying their argument that because I knew about the lawsuit, that's enough to constitute proper service. It does not. Simply knowing of the lawsuit does not mean that the proper service requirements were met.
Listen, guys, in the chat, not only is Kyle right, but yes, if in a week or two BX wanted to come on my show, I would bring him on, as long as he's going to come and chill and be cool, okay? Stop bugging me about it. Yes, if BX wanted to come hang, we'd have him on. I'm not stopping the guy from coming to talk, okay? Anyway, as long as he's not going to troll, he can come. But Kyle, you are definitely right. Yes, definitely. And this is everywhere. This is my perspective on this, Kyle. You can look anywhere and everywhere and see that that's called actual notice, and actual notice is not proper service, right?
Right. You can definitely know about a case, and that does nothing to show that you are properly served. There are specific requirements for proper service. Each state is different. Usually, when you go like a plaintiff and their attorneys would go to serve somebody, they would use personal service so that the person is actually personally handed the summons. That wasn't done in this case, and it's gone to cause a lot of issues.
Definitely. I think it was Trio. Was that Trio Monkey or Flying Monkey? Sorry. Oh, Uni, just turn your up and down votes off. Lol. Such a good friggin' super chat, man. Such a good one. I don't do that.
Beth Haynes says Steve McCrae said he would bet anyone $100 Kyle will not win the service issue. I officially take you up on that bet, Steve McCrae.
Yeah, but he won't pay you. He won't pay you. Though when you win.
Then she says, I see a GoFundMe paying. He'll probably have to get a GoFundMe to pay back all of those people.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be funny? Okay, he loses the bet with all those people, and he does a GoFundMe to try to pay him. He's like, I gotta raise money. I made a bet, and I lost the service issue.
Come on, big man. You put the bet out there. Take me up on the bet. I'll bet you that.
Kyle, how does he do that? How do you bet? Look in front of us. This is like the 900th effing document I've seen viewers, bloggers, and people put out about this case that shows Steve didn't serve you properly. Why is he betting $100? That's insanity.
Because he's insane.
Well, and that's the best part. Go ahead, sorry.
No. Get in there, bro.
Well, no, the best part about what Robert put out ahead of time was where he focused in on the fact that they signed or they checked the addressee non-agent, and that is just, I mean, it's hilarious. And it's good. Everything's been backed up and backed up and backed up. They're just crazy.
Here's the thing, though. Like, when you look at this, the mountain of evidence against him is insurmountable. Okay,
it is.
You have that part right there that we just saw about the agent thing. You have him admitting on 3 different streams that he sent it to the wrong address. That is his own words. You have the fact that his attorneys chose an address when they had 18 other examples to send to, and it was returned. So they filed a motion saying, we can't get a hold of Kyle when it was the wrong address that they sent it to. That proves that they can't get an address right. You have me. All of these things combined, he cannot overcome. I mean, it's so stupid of him to think that. And so what he's done is he's resorted to saying that I am the architect behind COVID-19.
Said that.
Used a pandemic for my favor in this court case.
He said it in the court documents, Kyle. In the court documents. He's literally spitting on the judge at that point. Gabriel just said, in the distant future, when lawyers have a question about proper service, they will look up McCrae versus Curtis. Thanks, Kyle. Good super chat, man. Good super chat.
Nice.
What? August says, Steve McCrae's attorney swearing he was served in person by a sheriff? I don't know what that means. That's not possible.
I was served. Okay, so if that's the case, why did I not sign for it? Where's the signature that was taken by the sheriff from me? You won't find it. There is no summons with my signature on it. Period.
Wouldn't they? Yeah, they would have submitted that as evidence.
Yeah,
it would be in the court.
Come on,
Warrior. Thank you for the 5 and provably. Definitely. And Daryl says, yes, Steve said 1,000 at the end of a Red's Rhetoric stream. It was 1,000, not 100. He said he'd bet 1,000. And then the Sinister Porpoise says, Steve is what in the Navy they call a shipwreck. Very true. Yeah, isn't it? What did they call him? Captain Shipwreck? No, it wasn't Captain. I don't know. Something like
Petty
that.
Officer Shipwreck.
Petty Officer Shipwreck. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. August says
Go ahead.
It's what now? August says it's in the files online. That is my point. It was submitted. Are we talking about the same case? What are we talking about?
There is no signature from a sheriff where I signed anything for a summons that's been submitted. You have him saying that's the case. But
he said that?
Proof. There's no proof to it. I mean, apparently, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I
but,
haven't seen it either.
I mean,
I don't know. Yeah,
I
August could be talking about something else, and we just, it's the whole barrier of the live chat we got going on. So I don't know. I've never heard this. I've never heard that.
It may be that I'm confused. But if anybody, if they're saying that a sheriff served me with a summons, that is a complete and utter falsehood, because you would have me signing for it. In the presence of a sheriff.
Boots Mama says that is Steve's new narrative, I guess. So let's see. Let's go to his Twitter. Let's go to his Twitter. If that's the narrative, then I got to see it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, he's been talking some shit about me today, too. Oh, yeah. He's trying to say, like, I guess the Phoenix Enigma said this. Phoenix Enigma never tried to contact me, bro. This all happened years ago, you ding-dong. Steve says, of course it's intentional. Most of us realize this. UNIRock only has morons who follow him. So every one of you that follow me, he's calling you a moron. He's calling you a moron.
Well, if Steve's calling me a moron, then that's the best kind of moron I want to be.
Oh, August is explaining. Hold on. August, thank you for explaining, because it's hard, the barrier of the live chat, I'm trying to understand what you were saying. You typed it, much better for me here. Thank you. August says, yes, Kyle is right. There is a page that Steve's attorney signed that a sheriff served Kyle. Fiona saw it too, and it's a lie.
Yeah, you would think that if you had that, you would submit that signature of mine that was done in front of a sheriff, yet nothing like that exists.
And I've never seen that in the court case either myself. I'm not saying it's not there, August. I've seen the papers. I've just never seen that. So yeah, very true, MD. Thank you for the defense. Yes. Oh, he's triggered, dude. I must have triggered him 3 hours ago. He's talking all kinds of shit about me. Hey, Golden Unicorn. This was exactly the same experience we had with Uni when we told him his facts were wrong and he did not care. Uni's LARP goes back way before we were even around. Now, Navy, you were there when this happened. Yep. And Kyle, you might have been watching. I'm forgetting all of a sudden, here's what I remember. And oh my God, you know what's great, Navy? I don't have to remember it. It's all recorded on UNIROCK too. I remember doing a stream where I criticized Steve because he attacked Katie's son, the 7-year-old boy, on Twitter for an entire day. And I criticized him that night for it. I remember Steve went live saying, correcting the facts that Uni got wrong, and I don't think he expected me to go join his stream. So I went over when I saw him doing this and joined his stream, and Steve, this is all recorded, so people can actually watch what happened. It's hard to lie about it now, isn't it? And when I joined Steve's stream, I kept asking them what I got wrong so that they could tell me, right? That way I could fix something if I got it wrong. But Navy, I'm failing to remember. Actually, it's all hazy. I don't remember them telling me anything I got wrong. What do you think about that, Navy? You were there.
Well, what I remember is that you had a stream where you went on and said you were going to criticize him as a little bit, and I remember Steve flipping out before he even knew what you were going to talk about.
Yeah, and I went on his stream and sat there with Golden Unicorn playing damage control for Steve. It's all recorded. It's on Steve's channel, and I also did some critiques of what happened on UNIROCK too. Manya and Steve never once said what I got wrong. They couldn't tell me. You know what? You know what's weird, Navy? I don't know if Kyle knows this. Remember when I criticized him, Kyle, that night?
I do.
I had my stream scheduled, okay? So Steve, when he saw my stream, before he even knew what I was going to say, before I even went live, yes, this is proven in one of my videos, he had scheduled his stream titled, Correcting the Facts That Uni Got Wrong. He scheduled that stream before I even went live that day. He did it before me. He didn't even know if I was going to get something right or wrong, and he scheduled it.
How dare you, Uni? You know Steve knows everything. He has the biggest brain, and he knew you were going to get things wrong before you even started.
He has a crystal ball, is what it is. He has a crystal. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ, Nelly, look at this. People tend to forget Uni has always been a LARPer for doing donations.
Wait, hey, hold on. Isn't it funny that you just said he has a crystal ball, but yet he got his ass kicked by somebody who doesn't have any crystal balls?
Oh my God, that's so true. That's crazy. Yeah. Because Katie's without a crystal ball, and Steve has one, and Katie gained all the subs, and Steve's losing them. It's crazy. He says people tend to forget. People tend to forget Uni has always been a LARPer doing donations for drama. This has been his entire shtick on YouTube for years. Well, Steve, that's the thing about my audience. They can go watch my entire shtick on YouTube with my recorded live streams. In fact, I think BX said, I remember, Navy, you told me you watched a little clip of BX saying he couldn't believe how much I stream, how long my streams are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I do this, Steve, because then months and months later, or a year later, when you start lying about me, I can just debunk you with my streams. You can watch my streams, my guy. Anybody that believes anything he ever says is just a straight up, downright gullible idiot. Okay, well, I'm gonna say this, Steve. You have been correct once in your life. Oh, they're an idiot for believing that. You've never been right. So yeah, that's true, actually.
What an idiot.
Oh my God, dude, it's just an entire wall today. What did I do to trigger him, Navy? I don't even remember doing anything to trigger him today. Oh my God, it's the Robert Baddy thing. When did I do the Robert Baddy thing?
It wasn't you per se. It was Baddy putting out his stuff and just him keeping going because everyone is seeing all the evidence now. And I think he's floundering.
Well, that's the thing. I talked about the Baddy thing on Periscope, so I'm thinking that might have triggered him out.
Well, I mean, they watch everything you do. So every time you go on Periscope or you put out a tweet or whatever, one of them is going to be there watching it and reporting back.
Wow, it looks like somebody canceled on Steve here. Oh, man, Steve got kicked off. Teen Mom Steve, love all the morons. Thank you, Girl Frogs Jules. Hey, you know what I want to say to you guys? We had a pretty hardcore conversation last night, didn't we? But you know what? You're all still here, even though we all disagreed like crazy. That's why I love you guys, because we can disagree, and you guys will still come to the stream the next day and give your opinions in the chat, whether they agree with me or not, and hang out, and we'll have a great time. That's why I love you guys.
You had a super chat from Boots Mama too that says,
I did.
Steve's head has to be too big to fit the hot air.
And that's very true, Boots Mama. And I'm sorry I missed it. I didn't see it go through. I'm sorry. We just got you, Boots Mama. Sorry. Steve's let me scroll up. I'm gonna read it too. Steve's head has to be too big to fit all that hot air. Very true, Boots Mama. I'm with you. So, okay, let's get your opinion. I know I kind of we went off on some tangents, but from reading Robert Baddy's post, though, I think we can sum up this post in saying that Mr. Baddy went out and debunked Steve's claims about service as it pertains to your case, Kyle.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just reading over. Hold on, apparently there's one more from Jess Albee that says, I have no met my life goal. I'm a moron. Oh, how I have dreamed for this day. I have not met my life goal. I am a moron. Oh, how I've dreamed of this day. That's from
Jess.
Jessica Albee.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I know. And listen, guys, anyone so this is what Steve does to Kyle, to me, to anyone else. We give him a criticism. We actually criticize the specific things he does that are wrong that need to be corrected. You notice when he fires at us, it just says everything that Uni has ever said is wrong. Everything he has done is fake. You get me? I just want to put that out there.
Comic Nuts in the chat.
Is he? I don't know how. I thought I blocked him. Well, listen, I'll let him hang. I'll let Comic Nut hang as long as he behaves. You're welcome. You're welcome to hang, my dude. Okay, let's keep moving through this. The process server does not otherwise identify the person purportedly served. Does not attest that the person was... Oh my God, Baddy hooked you up, bro. Oh my God. Mute the music, Busy. Busy, wake up. Mute the music, Busy. Well, Kyle's been here all day and you haven't said anything. Well, I know you're high, but still. Okay. Listen, dude, this is good. This is great.
Hey,
This
Dizzy, I
is-
got some good shit for you later after the show. Just get with me.
Oh, he said he's gonna meet you afterwards, bro. He's ready. Okay.
Sweet.
The process server does not otherwise identify the person purportedly served, does not attest that the person was an authorized agent for any of the defendants or otherwise had authority to accept service on a defendant's behalf, and does not indicate that any inquiry was made to determine what the person's relationship was to defendants and whether the person was authorized to receive service on behalf of any one or more of the defendants.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mr. Baddy hooked you up, dude.
And that just goes to show that's showing that there was nothing done to establish what the relationship was to the person who signed for that document and
Yeah.
myself. You know, it could have been like it was my mother that signed it, but let's say it wasn't. You know, it was they would have no way of knowing who that person was to me because it's not indicated.
Definitely. Absent any requisite factual and descriptive information to show that plaintiffs' summons and complaints were properly served on defendants under CPLR 311, the affidavit of service is defective on its face.
Boom.
So, bam, that's it. That's it. And that is from Spectrum Rests LLC versus Chinese Staff and Workers Incorporated.
I think
I
you're
mean-
going to see in the response that's coming up next week, the nail in the coffin. My attorney said that she has an explosive response ready, and it's going to crush anything he's put forth up until this point. So if her last filing was any indication, I think it's going to be the knockout punch coming next week.
So your attorney is literally going to light this whole thing on fire, is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
completely.
I have. It's like Agrippa said last night. You know, I have one of the best law firms in the state representing me, and she has credentials from here until next Tuesday. She is she's passionate about this case. She's invested. She finds it always helps when your attorney finds what they're doing interesting. Like, it's not your average sort of case. And she's a pit bull, and she's going to knock it out of the park. I have no idea. And she's confident, and I have confidence in her confidence. So
I do too. She's got a great reputation, and she seems like she does not take shit from people. And Flying Monkey, oh my God, this is Steve's secret database of evidence. It makes sense why he won't show it, lol. Gabriel says it is evidently a gigantic sea lion and an electric one. Quote, Captain Steve-O 2020. My goodness, bro. So
Hilarious.
Mr. Baddy loaded this up, man. Like, I mean, he's just got all kinds of crazy stuff here. It's he shared it. He shared that's what I'm talking about, Mr. Baddy. Love it, dude. And yeah, it's wait. McCrae v. Curtis, affidavit of service, is it defective? 1, under oath, McCrae's lawyer claims that the return receipt reflects service on the defendant. 2, did he know better? 3, McCrae's lawyer does appear to correctly state the summons was mailed to an address and that the return receipt came back with a signature. I suspect the lawyer knew or should have known that was not Kyle's signature despite the addressee box being checked. The facts seem to show that Rule 4J was not met in that the summons was not delivered to the defendant nor his agent, and the affidavit, the affiant, McCrae's lawyer, knew or should have known that. What do you think, Kyle?
That is beautifully put, stated out. Those are the absolute facts of the case thus far, and I think that he did a brilliant job of in that summation right there, 100%.
Oh, I agree, my dude. I definitely agree. All right, so let's do this for the next few minutes before we end this out, because we've been streaming for almost an hour and a half, so that way we'll maybe end around hour 50, hour 45 anyway, but let's go to I'm going to mute you guys if you got to grab anything. You got 30 seconds. Here we go. We are going to hit the live chat and see what you guys want to say. If you have anything you want to say to us, I don't care who you are, whether you are on one side or the other, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever your opinion may be, Hook it up in the chat. Ask us what you want to ask us. Put it in there. Give us a topic. Give us something, because for the next few minutes here on rockAlot, which is UNIRock Live, it's our live show hosted from the main channel, UNIRocktv on YouTube, hosted over to UNIRock Live, UNIRock2 on YouTube, pumped over here to the rockAlot channel due to the fact that I didn't mean for UNIRock2 to grow, but since it started growing, I have to treat it like an actual channel, though it is 8/16 of 2020. I'm your host, UNIRock. My assistant, Busy, is here. He's just high on crack. We'll be back in 30 seconds to take live chat comments. Pump it up. Here we go. This is UNIRock Live. And I'm trying to get this song. Busy, I'm a freaking fire you, dude. And we're back. Thank you, Busy. Damn. All right, guys. So for this last little bit, we're going to hit the live chat. Navy, if you want to help me out. Kyle, if you're looking, anything you see in there, make sure you let me know. And let's scroll around.
I was going to say hey to Fiona. Good to
hey,
see
Fiona.
you.
Definitely. I had a great conversation with Fiona not long ago. Go ahead, sorry.
There were some super chats up there from Flying Monkey and Gabriel.
We got those. We did get those.
Oh, you did?
Yep. We got them at the end there. Okay, I'm going to scroll down from those super chats. That's where we'll go. Okay, take
one
me
thing
over
I
to
wanted
the
to
studio.
say. Yep. One thing I wanted to say while we're looking. Apparently, what somebody put in the chat about the fact that they had copies of the whole service by the sheriff and stuff. Snowdog found it, and apparently it was an original intention to serve by the sheriff, but apparently they changed their mind, and it's actually in current live stream if you want to pull it up.
Sure, but the thing is, let's see here. Oh, there's Mr. Baddy. Yeah, here, let's bring up... Mr. Baddy said this in the chat. Good eye, Snowdog. Good eye. Yeah, we can try again. Let me know the time. I'll figure out the setup. And thank Kyle for the compliments and the promotion. Well, there you go, man. And anytime,
You're welcome, sir.
We very much enjoy having you. We want to have you on regularly anytime you are available. Okay, so Snowdog got us the actual document. I don't know if I want to pull it up on screen, but let me take a look at it first, and I'll decide. All right. So, oh yeah. Okay, here's what it says. Let me scroll it down. Yeah, there we go. No, nothing sensitive here. Yeah, we're good. All right. It says, pursuant to North Carolina seeks to designate the case as mandatory complex business in good faith, based on information reasonably available, plaintiff through counsel hereby certifies this action meets the criteria for designation as a mandatory complex business case, and in that it involves a material issue related to disputes involving law governing partnerships arising, and specifically the action involves claims by the plaintiff alleging the failure to distribute profits of the partnership, breach of fiduciary duties of the partner, and failure to comply with the law governing blah, blah, blah. The complaint in this action was filed, and notice is being filed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know what this means. I suck at legal stuff. But one thing that I know
down. It's the next page. Talks about it.
I hereby certify copy of the foregoing was served via the county sheriff contemporaneously with civil summons and compliant and addressed as followed. Okay. But they ended up changing their mind and instead serving it certified mail. So, Kyle, why? That's the question to ask there. They originally...
That's the $1 million. That's
Yeah.
$1 million question. I was never contacted by any sheriff. I never signed anything in front of a sheriff. I never had any interactions with a sheriff. So I cannot speak to their intentions or their mindset in that. But all I know is they didn't do anything to go out of their way to make sure that I got any type of summons.
Well, I think I can speak for a second on their intention. I think they knew if they sent it by the sheriff due to Kyle's absence from the platform, and he says he knew Kyle moved. Therefore, it was his idea to serve the mother's house with certified receipts so they could try to get a default judgment and scuttle out of the courtroom with the channel. That's my theory, though. Though I am
That's
a
the whole
conspiracy
interesting.
theorist.
That's the whole interesting thing here too. Is like how can you have the nerve to say that service was proper when you yourself admit in 4 different streams that you sent it to an old address? Like, how can you, with a straight face, say that to people and go about your day like it's like it's nothing? It's amazing to me.
Yeah, definitely. Steve has lost his mind, Kyle, and I knew
He has,
him.
yeah.
You knew him, and I knew him. We both knew him for a significant amount of time, and I spoke with him much less than you. But the man you knew is much different than this person, or do you not agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that he let popularity get to his head. Like once we went over a certain subscriber count, it was obsessive, and he has this insatiable need to get validation by numbers, and it's the reason why he bought subscribers. It's the reason why he's constantly begging people to shout him out and get him subscribers. It's this incessant need to be validated by the how popular you are. And when you're that way and you're only leading with that intention, you're going to crash and burn. And the fact that he's seeing all of it start to crash and burn, and that process starts to happen, he's becoming more and more unhinged and unraveled, and it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. We need to put that in the forefront. Like, Steve is not going to get better. Things are just going to get completely worse.
Canis, thank you, my friend. I'm too tired to say anything witty tonight, but I love Uni and Kyle. Great stream, guys. We appreciate you and Katie, so appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Kyle, I completely agree. That's a scary thought, because honestly, if anything would be the best thing that could ever happen would be McCrae going and apologizing to the people that offered him friendships, tried to give him advice, tried to do what a friend does, which is step up to him and say, you are losing your shit, stop. But when you do that to him, instead he reacts in the way we've seen, which is sad.
The problem with that is that if Steve even made an attempt to make an apology or anything like that, it would only be out of self-service for him. Like, he doesn't have the in his mind, he's correct. That's the scary thing about this. It's different when you have somebody that is pretending to be right for another reason, or a devious reason, but somebody who genuinely thinks that they are correct in every situation. That's a dangerous person. So any apology that he put forth would only be out of a self-preservation mode, and not because he genuinely meant what he was apologizing for.
Well, Navy, you were a supporter of a lot of the creators that we've talked about, and you've been around for a while. How do you reconcile that a creator who you supported and, watched and, participated in chats with and talked to, how do you reconcile this, man? Looking at it from the viewers and supporters' perspective, dude.
Well, one thing I've learned in the last probably 8-9 months is that you see what happens when people are very concerned about their channels, about making money off YouTube, and what they're willing to kind of sacrifice in that aspect to make sure that they maintain that flow coming in. And I mean, it's the same thing in real life. People do the same stuff. They're friends with people who are, not good people and all this kind of stuff because they have some kind of consistency to life that they want to keep going. And it's just very sad to see, but it happens. It happens everywhere. And I just hope that maybe one day, because those guys I did support, I love their content, will wake up and realize that you need to stand up for when people do things wrong, whether it's in the real world or on YouTube. And that's the difference between getting upset because you think someone has, you know, gone after someone you like on a television show and you getting all upset and being all crazy versus what's happening with Kyle, what happened with Katie. That's real life stuff, like harassment and then, you know, pulling this, you know, lawsuits for business. That's real life stuff. That's stuff that you want to get behind and fight, not, you know, the fact that you think that someone was mean to somebody that you saw on television.
Yeah, man. I feel for the viewers, and I feel for the people out there that were part of the community. Honestly, I came into the community, and maybe a few years ago when I was doing my nightly show, and I have to say it's pretty jarring because I'm used to seeing scammers in the conspiracy theory communities, and even they would have been scared to do some of the brazen methods that these guys use to take large we were talking about it in Discord the other day, the amount of money that these guys have taken in just a couple years, that is plus this is extra money. We're not talking about YouTube revenue and super chats or anything, no PayPals. We are talking about the amount of money that just maybe 5 creators took from a community. A small one was over $170,000 provably, by their own admissions, in just a couple years, on top of all their revenue. And Kyle, I have a theory that, you know, they wouldn't have been able to do this without Non-Sequitur. That is factual. They would have never made, I think it was that connection Non-Sequitur brought and that community Non-Sequitur built that allowed them to siphon these viewers off of Non-Sec and then grab this money from them. And it's got to feel shitty for you to see this thing you built misused by people that are one fundraiser raised $20,000 over provable lies. It has to make you feel a little fucked up about the fact that they're trying to do this to your community.
Well, of course it does. I was heartbroken when all of this, you know, kind of went down, and now we're to the point where, you know, it is what it is. There's, you know, I had to make a decision towards the end of when I decided to, you know, not continue the show, where things were just so toxic and it was beginning to affect other people, you know, friends of mine. And I think that the more I would have tried at that time to pursue anything with the channel, I feared the more they would kind of be gone after as well. And so I got to the point where for me, it would have just been better for everyone if I just, you know, walked away. And that, you know, that's hard to do. It's a pride thing. And for me, when I had, you know, invested so much in the channel and seen it really grow and blossom into this amazing community, it's extremely difficult to make that decision to, you know, pull the plug on your baby. And but I think that it was the right move at the right time in order for other people not to get caught up in collateral damage. And so, yeah, I mean, it absolutely sucked, but it was something that I think was unavoidable at the time and that needed to happen so that other people wouldn't get caught up and hurt in the process.
Yeah, I feel for you, bro. You know, I think one thing we all have to kind of do is criticize each other. And it's something trolls play off of. I was discussing this I was trying to get through to the audience. Some of the people in the audience feel like they're kind of being shunned or they're not being listened to. And in reality, guys, none of us want that. I know that there's like people out there, they just come out and just claim. They don't show any intelligence. They don't show any work to what they do. They don't show any meta commentary. They just throw stuff out there. And they all kind of gather together on a certain channel where they like to do these type of like whiskey enemas every day over and over again. But anyway, the thing about just throwing out those blanket claims, we try to put actual, if you've seen this, we've tried to do actual intelligent breakdowns. Go ahead.
And that's the thing too, like, well, with me, like, I don't want to see anybody harmed or hurt. You know, I've been approached by, on several occasions by people who had this person's docs or knew this about this person and, you know, wanted to release this information about this. And I want nothing to do with that. You know, I don't want to be the kind of person that they've become. You know, I may disagree with a lot of them vehemently, and I may not like any of them, But I don't want to see harm come to anybody. And I think when you get to that point, like to where you're willing to sacrifice your character or, I mean, just be a shitty person. Like I live by the philosophy of being a dick doesn't make yours bigger, you know? And so I think that I want to see an end come to this, but not by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Like there are some things that, some lines you just don't cross. I think if you do have ethics and morals, like he claims to, but yet at every turn he's willing to cross lines to get what he wants, and that's just not something that I'm willing to do, because it's like I don't want harm to come to anybody, you know, unless it's verbally. Because I can kill some motherfuckers verbally.
That's right. You can own those motherfuckers. Yeah, man. You know. The last thing I want to bring up before we end this, so that we're under the 2-hour mark and this video can process and be watched and everything, is we had that great idea last night, and I think that I just want to make sure that the community knows we are actively, as creators, willing to offer amnesty, as you've seen with other people that have messed up in the last while, who have come out now and said they're done. They don't want any of this garbage. They want to be content creators. They want to put out their opinion, and they don't want to attack people, and they want to move forward. And we're going to find the best way to move forward and not entertain more of this garbage. And so I'm just going to assure all of you watching, we will do it. We will. So if they don't want to take it seriously and they want to keep sitting there, you know, just with drooling with the fucking whiskey Cheetos pouring out of their fucking, you know, Coke hole that ate away in the middle of their nose, instead of actually reacting to what they're watching in a transformative way. And if they want to dox and they want to threaten, they can keep doing that all they want, and they can sit in their little fucking corner and do it all day. And we're all going to move on and leave these guys behind and grow our channel, but we're going to mainly grow a community. Because this is a new thing. This community that Katie has forged through with 100,000 people, and everybody else is forged through with all the people that support and follow them, is rare. This is a trend. This is something unique, and we're gonna take it and move it forward. Go ahead.
The thing is with people like the channels that are restreaming things and commenting, you have an expiration date on you. I hate to tell you.
Oh, yeah,
and whether it's a month from now or 6 months from now or a year from now, you will be irrelevant, because your channel hinges solely on on talking shit about other people. You don't have content outside of that. And when your channel's built on, you know, those pillars of just talking shit about people, they're going to crumble, and everything's going to be, this attention that you're getting now and that you're reveling in is going to be no more. So just know that expiration date, no matter how long from this point it comes, is going to happen. And that's the price you pay when you get caught up in nothing but drama.
Yes, it is here on YouTube. Navy, Kyle, excellent stream tonight, man. Let's not go too late. That way tomorrow we can jump in with Robert and get him in here and you know, give the people a stream. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll get you back as soon as possible.
Man. Thank you very much.
All right, buddies. Okay, now, before I go, though, I'm going to talk to you the tiniest bit more about what I just said, because I'm obsessed with this idea. I love the idea of building and forging forward with a massive community of good, awesome, you know, people with different opinions and different ideas, and leaving behind the fuckwads. Let's talk about it. You're the only fuckwad that gets to come. Yes, you know, but, oh God. Yeah, you're coming, Busy, but I mean it. You're still, yeah, you may be a fuck. You're coming. I'll let you come. You're the only exception. All right. It's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy. And the main reason is because you never know, man. You never know. Too many people out there try to just, stand up and scream for attention and waste your time. And they'll get convincing. I did a stream with a really great creator that if you're not following, you should look him up and follow him. His name is Alien Addict on YouTube. We were sitting around talking for a couple hours, and there was this dude begging to come in and talk to us. And we were just talking about whether it was possible that UFOs could exist or aliens and stuff, or whether it was the military. And we were just having this long conversation. And we let this viewer come in. This is back when I had like 700 subs. And the dude sat and told us like a 40-minute long UFO thing, right? And all of a sudden, he started getting real nervous, and I could tell it. So I got my mute button ready. And I heard him laugh and take a breath. And I muted him just for the fuck of it. I just muted him so that the audience couldn't hear him, but I could. And he just started screaming the N-word. So he had basically watched us for an hour and a half, begging to come on the show, or however long, 2 hours. Then when he got up here, he had played this whole 30, 40-minute game just so he could try to get that one chance. And somehow I stopped him. But it showed me that core thing that you have to watch out for as a content creator, which is that people will dupe you. And like and I want to address BX for a second. I can't tell if BX is trying to take things seriously on YouTube or if he's just trolling. I can't tell. And the reason I can't tell is because people could just be being honest, or they could just be a good liar, and there's no way to know until they out themselves. I don't like what's going on between him and Katie. And I also, though I'm not stupid, I don't believe he deleted that stream. So I know that people might not like the fact that I'm kind of trying to take this hard stance. Upload the entire interview, and even if you cut something out to fuck Katie over, as long as you're sorry and cool about it after, you can come chill with us or whatever you want from us to make you sit here and make videos and act like this constantly. You can come and hang or do whatever you want. Just do it. Just put the damn thing up there. Because I'm sorry to say it, I have a little card up my sleeve when it comes to his hard drive crashing and it making that file go away. There's a program you can download, and it will restore that file. If that really happened, guaranteed. And I know this because I've been working on computers since I could basically old enough to hold a keyboard. And I know for a fact that he could easily restore that file if his computer crashed. I don't think it did. I don't think his computer crashed. It's not unfair for me to say, download that program and put that back on your computer and upload the video if it's true. And if it's not true, just admit it and come hang. Because people make mistakes. I don't know. Maybe you don't trust us. Maybe you don't like us. Maybe you're just doing it for attention. Maybe you're being honest. So if you're being honest, restore the file and upload it, and you're done. It'll only take like 10 minutes to restore the file. So my point is, you never know, right? So while we're trying to figure out how we're all going to unite together as creators that are willing to move forward together and leave these other people in the background, in the dust, the ones that are just trying to waste time, attack people, not make a criticism, not try, right? That are just, doing what Whiskey Cheetos is doing. And honestly, I can sum up everything you don't want to be as a content creator. Like, if you watch her stuff, if you click it, you are going to vomit on yourself within a few seconds. It's just that bad, right? And she's purposely doing it. That's why she doxes. It's why she calls people names. It's why she looks like she was punched by meth. Whatever it is, right? Whatever Kyle said, the joke was, I'm just trying to be cool. I'm trying to steal his joke. I'm not good at insulting people. I don't do it. I don't sit up here and do that. My point is, we're going to move forward. They are going to be, left in their little bubble, and that's fine. They can be in their bubble forever. But the community we're going to take forward is going to keep growing. It's going to do good, I think, because there's a lot of talented people here and that people want to support, like Kyle Curtis. Kyle Curtis built a massive community. Like, he had Non-Sec might not have been one of the biggest channels because it had what was it, like 30,000 subs or something. I think my main channel has always been bigger than Non-Sec, But non-sex community was massive. Non-sex community was very dedicated and very big. Their live chat was explosive, right? I'm telling you, it's the reason why they can get $20,000 out of the non-sec community a couple years later, is because of how dedicated that community was. Anyway, all I know is I really do commend any creator who agrees with us that we want to move forward in a community that blocks people that are going to waste people's times and fuck around and just ignores them, that wants to block doxers, block people that threaten people, block people that just are basically doing what Whiskey Cheeto's entire online persona, which Whiskey Cheeto's and Steve and Cheshire, their entire online persona is what we want to block and ignore. The people that are just faking, wasting time, and screaming for attention, trying to convince everybody they're right. If you want to make content and you want to give your opinion and you want people to then follow you based on whether they like your opinion, like the way your show is, or whatever it may be, this community is open. It's open to whoever, even BX. But he can't blame us. He can't blame us. This is the other part of the BX equation. If anyone wants to get pissy at me about it, BX knows what I've said about that file, that he could restore it easily because the dude knows how to use a computer. I know he does. I can tell. So he knows he can restore that file if it really got deleted because his computer crashed. He knows if he deleted the file, he could restore it right now. He knows that even if he purposely deleted it, he could and emptied his recycling bin, he could restore that file right now, just like I know. And I do think he might have made a mistake. He might be doubling down. There's some reason why he didn't want to upload that interview with Katie. And there's only one thing. There's only one contention. It's that. So I hope that he, one, if he's trolling, just says, okay, you know, I'm trolling. I'm done. I'm out. Do my own thing now. Peace. And if he isn't trolling and he really does, you know, if he is serious, then maybe he will reach out or something. But seriously, guys, you really expect me to sit here and say, yeah, you know, Katie stabbed you in the back. You did nothing wrong. It's all her. You didn't, even though I can watch the interview and literally see that you did edit something out, you expect me just to trust you on it. I'm not going to. Look at what happens when you trust people like in this. When you have the option to prove it, why trust them? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what about Bullshitinator? Yeah, he's an idiot. Poor guy. Oh, shit. You guys are typing shit to me. I should have been watching. Sorry, guys. Hey, let me look at the live chat really quick, and then I'm out of here for the night. I'm trying to make it fast, so let me go quick. You want me to play Mario Kart? I do, too. I've been so busy. I'd love to play some video games with you guys. He's trying to get clout and views. It's obvious. Just look at his channels. I agree. MD, I agree. I've said that since the beginning. And the only thing is he gets people to jump in my chat and say, he's being serious. It's like, you really think I'm that fucking stupid, huh? Like, look, he's going to be able to dupe newer creators. Leslie, Katie, and others are new creators, right? I've been here for a long time. I've seen his game 1,000 times. I know what he's doing. I know the type of content he's making and why he's making it. And I know what he's doing. Good. Get views, bro. Do your thing. Just don't sit here and try to fucking like act like you're better than us or better than anyone else. Nobody's better than anybody else here, dude. His video on Katie far surpasses any of his other I don't even know what that... What do you mean, MD? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It took me a second. Sorry, it's getting late. I got up really early. I edited videos all day. My brain is numb. I talked really late last night on Scope. My mind is numb, you know? Narcissists rule YouTube. They do. That is until they get called out. Once they get called, that's why you don't want to play that game. That's why you don't want to play that game on YouTube. You should just make good content and just try. Because eventually one of your videos is going to blow up. It might take a year. It might take 2. Eventually one of your videos is going to blow up. And if you've done good content, people are going to follow you and support you. And yeah, I know it's a long road. It took me a year and a half before my videos blew up on my main channel. But after they blew up, they blew the fuck up. And I had one playlist that was millions and millions and millions of views. It blew up. And that can happen to any creator that makes good content. Yeah, you get discouraged when you upload and you say, damn, I got like 1,000 views. I got 500 views. I got 600 views. I mean, any creator that just starts doing new stuff that's completely different than what they used to do is going to get low views. The people that sub to you are going to click what they want. They're not going to click some new thing you do. If you want to do something new on your channel, you got to expect low views, right? And it can be a little daunting. Can you imagine uploading every day and getting 5, 6, 7, 800 views? Well, I can. I did it on my main channel, right? The problem is you can take the quick way. You can try to dupe a creator into doing an interview and then selectively edit the interview to get some attention, but people will wake up after they've been there a little bit. They're going to realize how fucking boring and waste of time it is. You're not going to have a lasting community from doing that shit. You might make $1,000 if you're lucky. What do you get? 30,000 views? You might make $150 if you're lucky, but is that worth it? Why wouldn't it just be better just to fucking not skis? I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just trying to talk to you. All right, let me get through this. You are the best. We are better people. We're not better than anybody else, but we just try harder, I would say. We actually try. I guess. Remember the trouble cutting stuff out got Sanders Kennedy? I know, Boots Mama. I think that's why he doesn't want to show the original upload. Because we are going to hear him. I am confident we're going to hear him say what Katie said that he said. So what did Katie said that he say? He said that Bo Black's Tipster and Augie were trolls. And then Katie responded to what he said and said what she said. So do I believe he said that? Yes. Do I care? No. Am I going to hate him for it? No. Am I going to have him on my show if he keeps playing this tired narrative that he didn't do it? Only if he proves it. Only if he proves it. It's a meme. It's a meme. Steve was always going around. Hashtag what about Bull? Bull didn't deserve to be paid a dime on that show. And you guys tried to manipulate Kyle as a nice guy to try to get each of your skis bag friends a little bit of money off of Kyle. And you just got exposed to the whole internet. Every one of your hashtags about making money off of Kyle Curtis makes you look like skeezers. It doesn't make you look like victims of Kyle. Kyle was being nice to Bull, and you guys got mad that he stopped paying Bull because Bull got exposed as a fucking liar. And a money-hungry little skeezer just like his pimp daddy. So, I'm sorry, guys. You basked in the sun with your boomer memes for too long, and now those boomer memes have spoiled. And that's what boomer memes do. They spoil. And those boomer memes have now spoiled, and when people think, what about Bull? They think, what a skeezy little fuck. To not appreciate that Kyle Curtis was giving this dude a little bit of money every month and paying his rent every few months and his internet bill every few months just to fucking sit there and do nothing. To press stream and then press stop. Best job ever. How did he lose it? By being a little fucking skis bag. Because he is a skis bag. It's why he did what he did. What about Bull? He's a skis bag. He's bullshit. Just the truth. I know, yeah, I'll be doing a gaming... Lisa, when I finally get to sit down and do a gaming stream, oh my god, am I gonna fucking game out. But I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I have 2 videos to edit tomorrow during the day, and I got to get them done. And I can take a little bit of time off, go do a scope, hang out with the family, do all that. Then I've got to get ready to have Kyle, Navy, Robert Beatty, hopefully Menace will stop in, and got to get ready to do tomorrow night's stream on UNIRock 2. Yes, we're going to be streaming on UNIRock 2. Let me check my... I can't check my... Yes, I can. I can use my phone. Let me check my views really quick and see if it died down, so... His views popped off. It wasn't from the video I uploaded. It's from some older videos I got getting viewed. We might be streaming on rockAlot tomorrow, but I'm going to do everything in my power to do it on UNIRock 2. So I'm not going to say UNIRock 2 yet. If my views go down a little bit, we'll do it on UNIROck too. I'm glad, Boots Mama. I'm glad. All right, we're setting my chat over there. Let's end this out. Guys, thank you for the support lately. You've been massively supportive, and that's why I work hard on content. I am exhausting myself working on content every day, so hopefully you appreciate it. I uploaded the first part of the conversation on UNIROck 2 today, the conversation that me and Kyle and Katie had last night, and somebody's downvote brigade came in. So I don't know if you guys want to go over and represent the squad fam. I don't know. You gotta decide whether you want to or not. Tomorrow you're gonna get another video, hopefully 2 released. I might release the second one the next day though, that are other conversations that we had last night in that long stream, and I'm taking those conversations that me and Katie and Kyle had, I'm putting in graphics, I'm editing them down so that you guys can not have to sit through the whole 2.5 hour conversation, and you can get the best parts.
He said he deleted the audio.
Oh, he didn't even, so I got some bad info. So he never uploaded the entire interview.
No.
Oh, okay, then I should have never even given him a little bit. I should have never given him a little bit then, because honestly, that's the thing.
My point is if
this is a good video. Like, I got to get Katie to connect on. So what I did last night, Periscope has this function where if I'm following you, I can pull you into my Periscope and talk to you like you're there with me. It's almost like I was, you know how me and Navy and Kyle were talking in Discord? I can have people pulled in Periscope just like that if I'm following them. So, I'm going to try to do more conversations. I'm going to see if I can get Katie and Kyle to once a week at least once a week, whenever something's going on, connect on Periscope and just have us talk about it. Because then we can get our voices out on this garbage without having to put it on main channels and without having to put it up places. And that way, like when the whole thing popped off with the interview with Katie, this conversation should have come out then. It would have massively helped that whole thing. He also keeps making fun of her looks. Who does? Hold on. Who is making fun of Katie's looks? Tell me real quick. Somebody type it in my chat. Who has been making fun of Katie's looks? Don't tell me it was BX, because I was being dead serious about him coming and talking. Please don't tell me it was BX. Let me know. Let me know in my chat. Why is my chat locked up? Reload the chat, Busy, or I'm going to punch you. He was making fun of Katie's looks. What did he say? What did he fucking say? What the fuck? I already know he was trying to pull that. Katie said she wanted to do things to young boys. Yeah, you know, if you'd stop pulling cherry-picked clips off of Twitter, she said when she was talking about if she was older in a fucking nursing home, I remember, but he's talking about her looks. What did he say? Do you remember? I want to kind of judge how bad it was, because I'm about to just say fuck him. Right now, I'm just going to fucking block him and never talk to him. And make sure I never talk to him. Oh, he's just talking about her hair. I can handle that. I'm not going to get pissed at him over that. Okay, it's just like a hair joke or something. Wasn't anything worse than that, right? See, you guys sit here thinking I'm going to just flip on the dude. I'm not. I'm trying to... My hair that fell out from drama. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, never mind. Fuck him. He can fuck off, dude. I don't know. I hope not. If you see him around, just block his ass, dude. Fuck this. What does that have to do with criticism of Katie? My fuck, dude. What the fuck is going on? Did we make fun of him one time when we brought him up in this conversation?
When I go into Katie's chat, or if I go into his chat or something? No.
We didn't make fun of him one time. I don't get it. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. That mean old UNIRock is such a misogynist, and I'm such a victim. My PTSD, I'm a victim. UNIRock and Katie are victimizing YouTube with their opinions and their content and videos and live streams. I can't take it. They need to be stopped. They are victimizing people like like Little Red and BX. Oh my God. I'm done. I'm never streaming again. I'm leaving the internet. I've been convinced that me and Katie are victims. I'm out. Peace. I'm out. Did you like the show that you just watched? Well, Busy has something to say right now.
What's up, yeah? Donate on PayPal and Patreon if you like this stream because we need money to do it. Yeah.
Busy, that was the most horrible advertisement I have ever heard in my life. Thank you. Now, nobody's going to donate on PayPal now. Thank you, Busy. Good job, my guy. Good job. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, Katie called you on the phone. Really? Oh my God. What do you mean she caused your depression? Katie has nothing to do with your depression. Busy, it's the crack. Well, if I would have called you on the phone, I would have called you a ding dong too, my dude. Oh, shut up, Busy. She did what? Oh, God. Well, if I was Katie, I would call you and say your mama and then hang up too, Busy. My God, dude. Busy, it's impossible for you to be a victim because Katie Joy sent you a text message. It just makes you look like a fucking baby. Yep, you're a baby, Busy. You're a baby, confirmed. You little whiny baby. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Hit like, hit subscribe, downvote me, leave me hateful comments, whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you feel good, make sure you do it. Feel good. Have a good time. Have a good life. Have fun. Meet somebody. Get married. Have some kids. Leave some hateful comments in between hanging out with your kids and your wife. Have fun. See you tomorrow. You guys are awesome. I love you. I hate you. You're awesome. Would we lock up? Yeah? It's because you don't do your job. You don't do your job. And by the way, I don't believe any of that stuff about Katie calling you on the phone, my guy. Well, do you mind? Can you unlock it? I want to go to bed, my guy. You get 5 cracks. You get 5 of them. 5 cracks. That's what you get. I don't, how do you count them? How? This is getting too complicated. Yeah, you can have that.